Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we're going to talk about the IRS cuts in the debt ceiling bill. And we're going to talk about the different numbers that are getting thrown out because there's a little bit of confusion here. And I got a message that basically said, hey, you said 2 billion. This politician said 12 billion. This reporting says 20 billion. So I looked in the bill and I can only find 1.3 billion. What's the right number? They're all right, depending on how you figure it. They're all correct, depending on how you figure it. Okay, before we get into this, I want to tell you a story, because it's going to illustrate something. Stick with me. Years and years ago, a friend of mine called me, and he's like, hey, look, I started my security company. I got this job. It includes doing this, and I have no idea how to do it. Will you come up here and show me how to do this? No. Absolutely not, because I don't like doing it. Please. So I go up there and I do it and I show him how to do it. Okay. And he gives me like $300 just to like cover my gas or whatever. It's important to understand that this is probably a $4,000 job. Okay. This is a guy I've known a long time. So I go back home, don't think anything of it. More than a year goes by. And I get a call, and it's from this company that I've never heard of, but they are convinced that I once worked for them through a subcontractor, and they want me to do, a $4,000 or $5,000 job for like $300. No. New boss, new deal. Okay. So, what is actually in the legislation? I'm going to read it. Of the unobligated balances of amounts appropriated for, or otherwise made available for activities of the Internal Revenue Service by paragraphs, blah, 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 of Public Law 117-169, commonly known as the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022, as of the date of the enactment of this act, $1,389,525,000 are hereby rescinded. I'd like to point out I said less than $2 billion. Okay, that's what's in the bill. There is a deal, a separate deal, that says in fiscal year 2024 and 2025, they'll pull back an additional $10 billion a year. Okay, those would be different bills. That would be appropriations. And that's a deal made with Speaker McCarthy, the current boss. I'm going to wait to see what happens before I count that money as gone. The other thing is that even under the deal, that money doesn't disappear. It actually goes to other non-defense spending, which isn't really defined in the deal, at least as far as I know. It's also worth noting that there are a whole bunch of ways that money can be replaced. That money's not gone until it's actually gone, in my book. The people who are saying $2 billion, that's what they're operating under. Those who are saying $10 billion expect Speaker McCarthy to be around for a year, I guess. And those who are saying 20 billion or more are reporting on the deal, not the bill. I am somebody who has underestimated the Biden negotiating team more than once. I'm not doing it again. They don't want to give up this money. And there's a whole bunch of ways that money can be put right back where it's supposed to be, because it's not even gone yet. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.